Okay, so I am going to share very small snippets of a dream that I had on January 10th. Okay, so I was in a public space and something happened before this, but I had got to a point where I was near two adult women and two girls. So I grabbed the arms of the little girl because she was trying to hit me. And so I asked one of the adult women, it was young adult women, if I could talk to her. And they said yes. So I took a chance on this little girl and I let go of her arms because, first of all, like I said, she was hitting and she was being aggressive. And so once I got the permission to talk to the little girl, the scene kind of changed. Things became like a little bit calm in the background. And then I forgot what I said to this little girl, but she began to cry and she started to have a demeanor of a child, more like a little girl. And then I held her. In the dream, I thought to myself, she needs to learn how to be a child, not to be aggressive and to fight. And I wanted to talk with the older women and give suggestions on how she can be a little girl, help her to be feminine. And instead of listening to what I was going to suggest, the woman basically came to an assumption and she thought I was going to say for the little girl to do things like cooking and cleaning. But that's not what I was going to say. I wasn't going to recommend what she also thought I was going to say was to wash the dishes. What I was going to say is that the little girl needs sisterhood, being taught and allowed to be a child while also being non-aggressive, being taught how to be feminine. So this is an area that we get to explore in your small groups within your communities. Also look at what it means to be feminine. And I'm not talking about this nonsense that's out here because y'all know what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm talking about. Because even some of the definitions of femininity that's out there is not really conducive to who we are as women and girls. There are so many girls that are being taught how to be aggressive because they are being led by women who are still hurt and scorned and have not yet been healed. So what a lot of young girls are learning are unhealthy defense mechanisms and coping skills from the unhealed women that have been intentionally or unintentionally bleeding on them. What they are getting is the residue from the unhealed heart of the woman who is in their life to lead them. So this is something to be addressed because this is yet another area of influence that we as women have that can also influence a generation of not just girls, but of young boys as well. But today, this is what I'm talking about, the woman and girl dynamic.